Mingo is known as the most densely populated island in the world. Despite this, the people living there only reside in makeshift metal shelters, and none of these homes have bathrooms. Although they live in conditions lacking both land and material resources, the people here are quite fun-loving. They might dedicate a small plot of land just to build a bar to serve their social lives while completely neglecting security, as the island doesn't have a single police station. The area is only half the size of a soccer field, yet African countries have continually contested for sovereignty over this limestone island. What makes this tiny island so valuable? Join me as we uncover the secrets of the world's strangest island. Imagine setting sail across the immense waters of Lake Victoria, the largest lake in Africa and the second largest freshwater lake on the entire planet, covering 27,000 square miles. This lake is more than just a body of water, it's a lifeline, supporting millions of people across 3 nations, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. Nestled in the heart of this vast expanse, there's a tiny speck of land that you might overlook on a map, Migingo Island. At less than 1 hectare, it's smaller than a soccer field, but don't let its size fool you. Migingo sits in one of the richest fishing areas in the entire region, making it a goldmine for local fishermen. Its waters teem with Nile perch, a fish highly sought after in global markets. That's why, despite being barely visible from afar, Migingo has become a strategic prize, sparking territorial disputes between Uganda and Kenya, each laying claim to this valuable spot. But Migingo wasn't always this bustling. Decades ago, this little island was nothing more than a forgotten rock in the lake, shrouded in superstition. Many believed it was haunted by evil spirits, which kept most people away. That changed in the 1990s when a group of brave fishermen ventured into these waters and discovered something incredible, an abundance of fish. Word spread quickly, and soon Migingo became a magnet for adventurers seeking their fortune, drawing people not just from Kenya, but also from Uganda and Tanzania. Migingo Island is surrounded by deep, nutrient-rich waters that still support valuable fish species, particularly the prized Nile perch. This fish, known for its rich, flavorful meat, commands top prices in international markets, making Migingo a critical fishing hub for East Africa. To truly grasp the island's importance, let's talk numbers. Fishermen on Migingo can earn up to 3 times more in just 1 week than what their counterparts on the mainland make in an entire month. This economic boom is largely thanks to the Nile perch, which is in high demand across Europe and Asia. In fact, fish exports from Lake Victoria contribute over $500 million to the regional economy each year, and Migingo plays a huge role in that figure. The island's fishermen alone are generating millions of dollars annually, supporting not just local livelihoods but also feeding a global market hungry for quality seafood. I want to hear from you. What would you do? Would the high earnings be enough to convince you to pack up and head to Migingo? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Fishermen flock to the island in search of its abundant fish. Soon, makeshift wooden and metal structures dotted every inch of the island with no room to spare. These shanty-like homes and businesses have created a crowded, chaotic, and vibrant urban landscape, all packed into less than 1 acre of land. Around 500 people live here, crammed into a space smaller than half a hectare. To put this into perspective, Migingo's population density stands at a mind-boggling 100,000 people per square kilometer. It's a density so extreme, it's hard to find a comparison anywhere else in the world. The island enjoys a unique geographical and political position, operating almost entirely outside the constraints of traditional bureaucracy. There are no visas required to come and go, and trade flows with little oversight. This makes the island a magnet for those looking to escape the red tape of government control, creating a strange mix of order and chaos. Adding to the island's mystique is the environmental crisis facing Lake Victoria. Over the past 40 years, overfishing and environmental degradation have caused 80% of the lake's native species to vanish. Yet, despite this grim reality, Migingo's fish stocks have remained relatively intact. As Migingo continues to grow in popularity, it stands as a testament to human resilience and adaptability, showing how even the smallest and most unlikely places can become thriving centers of life. But what happens when you have a community of hundreds of people living so closely together with no official government presence? How do they maintain order and resolve conflicts? Migingo may be small in size, less than half an acre, but it's big on spirit and survival. Would you dare visit this extraordinary island? Let us know in the comments below. Now don't get the wrong idea. Life on Migingo Island isn't as grim as it might sound. In such close quarters, everyone knows everyone. News travels fast and the spirit of togetherness is key for survival. Take electricity for example. It's powered by small generators, but they're unreliable. When the lights go out, the island falls back on candles and lanterns. But that doesn't stop the locals from enjoying life. There are still bars, tiny restaurants, and even an improvised casino where fishermen gather after a long day on the lake. It's a place where the struggle for survival meets the human need for connection and a bit of fun. This unusual blend of hardship and camaraderie is what makes Migingo Island a one-of-a-kind community. Despite being less than half the size of a soccer field, Migingo is home to an astonishing mix of people. Here, fishermen from Kenya, Uganda, and even Tanzania come together, creating an incredible cultural tapestry that feels like no other. On Migingo, the air is filled with the sounds of Swahili, English, Luganda, and several local dialects, as the island's residents blend their traditions into a fascinating multicultural experience. This tiny island offers a unique glimpse into the diversity of East Africa, where the borders of language and heritage seem to blur. What do people do for fun on such a small piece of land with limited resources? While there's no reliable electricity, no internet to scroll through, and no TV to binge watch, the locals have found their own way to unwind. There are 5 lively bars on the island where people gather to share stories and laughs. If you're looking for a place to stay, believe it or not, there are hotels on Migingo too. These spots offer a sense of community and relaxation, turning downtime into an enjoyable part of daily life. This little island is proof that even in the most unexpected places, you can find a thriving and resilient community. If you're curious about how cultures blend and thrive in such a compact, remote location, Migingo Island is a must-know story. Despite the ongoing political tension, what truly makes Migingo stand out is the way Kenyans and Ugandans have learned to live together in harmony, sharing their lives in the island's narrow, crowded streets. Here, locals from both countries cook together and enjoy the island's most popular dish, fresh fish served with potatoes. It's an everyday scene that's a stark contrast to the political battle happening behind the scenes. Amid the maze of tiny shacks, you'll find a few significant structures, a police station erected by Uganda to maintain order, a small church, and a mosque. These buildings represent the power of the state and the importance of faith in a place where stability and hope are much needed. Surprisingly, despite being a tourist attraction, visitors are only allowed to stay on the island for 1 day due to restrictions put in place by the island's administrators. Why this rule exists is still unclear, as security on Migingo seems well maintained even with the political tensions. The territorial dispute between Kenya and Uganda remains unresolved. As a result, the people of Migingo live in a state of limbo, unsure of which country truly governs their home. Yet, despite the uncertainty, the island's residents continue their daily lives, working together to survive on this tiny island that has captured the world's attention. Just a short walk, about 650 feet, from Migingo lies another island, Yingo. Yingo is significantly larger, yet barely anyone lives there. It's home to just a few families and a small group of scientists studying the rich wildlife and ecosystems of Lake Victoria. So why wouldn't more people take advantage of all that extra space? Well, here's where things get interesting. Remember the legend of the dark spirit that was said to haunt Migingo? According to local lore, that very same spirit moved to Yingo, bringing chaos to the few brave souls who dared to stay there. Because of this chilling reputation, people prefer the bustling, crowded life of Migingo rather than risking the eerie solitude of Yingo. It's one of those mysteries that make these islands even more fascinating. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us on this great journey. Leave your thoughts in the comments and like to help us out. Remember to subscribe for more. See you soon. See you.